now, courtesy of people like Penny and Dave Watson, people like Don Astle, people like Hayley McQueen, my colleague at Sky Sports, because of what
Chris
her
Sutton.
dad Gordon is going through. Chris Sutton as well. And in a week when the government inquiry was launched to examine links between sport and long-term brain injury, a sporting mindset campaign is aiming to raise more awareness on the issue, with sports fans here in the UK being asked to, quote, lend their brain for what they hope will be one of the biggest studies ever, examining the links between concussion and dementia. Now, this is all going to be done via a dementia detection app, which is called Mindset for Dementia. And this has been founded by an NHS medical professional by the name of Hamza Selim. Now, the campaign has already been backed by people like Viv Anderson. You know Viv, so do I. Former England international, and a whole bunch of rugby stars as well. So we need Hamza Selim to tell us more about this. Hamza joins us live on the show. Hamza, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much for joining us, because this is very much a live issue, as you know, and we discuss it on various occasions, and we continue to do so here in TalkSport. Mindset for Dementia. Tell me more about it, Hamza.
Yeah, so hopefully it's the solution to this really complex discussion. Like you said, it's an app, and it really behaves kind of like your pitch side neurologist, but it's in your pocket, and it runs you through a couple questions, a couple diagnostic tests, and then it takes and forms a bit of a clinical snapshot of your brain. And in doing so, in getting loads of people to do this, we can start to unpick trends, understand risk factors, and then hopefully develop some care and change that science into some really exciting medicine, and, you know, get athletes to a better place where they can really enjoy the sport.
I see. So who are you asking to download the app and take part then?
Oh, literally anyone who loves football, loves sport, and anything is good. It behaves, like I said, like a doctor. So the more patients it sees, the more people healthy with a concussion, without a concussion, the more it will learn. It doesn't matter what your brain is. It's all about, you know, driving different clinical pictures through the app, so it can really start to pick out the granular details, because we know about concussions. It's all about the subtleties here.
So explain to us, you're way ahead of this, of us regarding this, obviously. What happens when you open the app? Take us from there.
Yeah, so you launch it on your iPhone, Mindset for Dementia, and then it starts off with some fun little questions that you'd experience, perhaps as the doctor takes a history. We worked really hard in making it, you know, not feel like a chore. You know, one thing I get taught in the NHS is the importance of a really positive bedside manner. And that's what we've tried to integrate into the app. It's got quirky emojis. It runs very smooth. It's not meant to feel like a dull, dreary survey. And then it jumps into some diagnostic tests. I mean, one of the first ones we came up with was the old familiar, I don't know if when you move your finger sort of backwards and forwards in front of an individual. Yeah, okay, cool. So that one. And I realized that, you know, you've got a front facing camera on your phone. And in fact, Snapchat, all these like millennial apps actually use eye tracking technology already. It exists, but it's used to put dog filters on your face. Now I was like, well, why can't we do that in clinic? We're tracking your eyes when we're doing it manually. Why can't we use that to sort of start picking up the subtleties? And your phone can do amazing things these days. And we've essentially packaged the standard neurological examination into a 5-minute little run through.
I would have thought, Simon, this is Mindset for Dementia.
Yeah.
This is so innovative. This is right up your street, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, obviously biobank building and that sort of thinking is very, very clever. I mean, I'm assuming this is purely simply for health basis and not a commercial product that's looking to be monetized on that basis.
No, I wouldn't know how to, even if I tried. I'm very much in the NHS. I love sport, and I have a passion for neurology, so the two things went together.
Let me ask you the question of how, if we're talking about taking this into sport and sport's relationship with the brain being impacted upon by constant impact, how does the average person in the street dealing with their responses, providing you with information, with demographics being part of it, I assume, age range, ethnicity, and so on and so forth, all forming part of the mix of questions?
We look at the risk factors associated with dementia, the things that we think also contribute, because as you know, like your one concussion doesn't equal dementia.
Yeah.
What it's turning out to be, it's a bunch of things. It's maybe if you're maybe having too many Friday nights in the pub, or certain other vulnerabilities that you're stressing your brain out with. Ethnicity, as far as I'm aware, is not one of the risk factors.
When you're catching the information, you're profiling it to some extent with age ranges as part of it, though, right?
Age is an important one.
How does this information from an average guy in the street that doesn't do what professional sports people do, how does that an assimilation and the subsequent dissection of this information then translate into the prevention of the sports stars with their repeated head injuries and so on and so forth?
Yeah, that's great. So we look at the whole population, and some people will have concussions and they'll come out through the app and they'll be scoring what we call an M score at a certain range, and some people without concussions will be scoring lower, and we sort of classify them and we use some fancy machine learning and AI to understand what makes you exactly fall into that group. We also are encouraging any sort of athletes as well, professionals. Viv Anderson, like you said, the rugby lads, the professionals are really on board. Alex Popham is, he's actually suffers currently from early stage dementia, and he used the app. So it's all about finding the differences, and not everyone's brain is the same. And so I think we need to look at everyone's to understand the wide picture. So the more people that do it, the better we can, give personalized care.
Hamza, could we be talking here about what could become the biggest case study ever?
I hope so. I mean, it's very on track. And the simple matter of the fact is that it's because it's in your pocket. It's very easy to get large numbers. We don't have to run people through clinics. It's a matter of flicking on an app. So hopefully, and the more numbers, the better. We did a preliminary study and I think got over 5,000 people to do it, which was on par with some of the other things. But all that showed us was that we need to look further into concussions now, and we built some really exciting mechanics to sort of pick that apart.
And to put it into layman's terms, Hamza, specifically for people like me, this is all really down to getting someone to use the app to hopefully flag up early signs of dementia and help develop what effectively is an MOT for the brain, right?
Exactly. It's just like running through an MOT. It won't tell you on the other side, oh, you've got dementia now. That's not ethical, and we're not even at the stage yet where we can. I would be comfortable as a medic in training giving that sort of information out. It's all about researching into the problem, picking it apart, understanding we don't even know how many concussions is the right amount that sort of puts you on this dangerous trajectory. It's all a bit of a mystery. So it's hopefully the first stage in uncovering that.
And just finally, where do we download the app? Talk me through that, Hamza.
Yeah, so it's on the App Store. It's called Mindset for Dementia, the number 4. And anyone who's interested, please do reach out to us. We're always keen to hear your thoughts on the app. Professionals, or even if you're at the grassroots levels, all brains are useful, and will hopefully let us create some really exciting care.
NHS medical professional Hamza Salem, thank you so much for joining us. Mindset for the number 4, dementia. That's where you want to go.